Oh, huh. So there was like a dominant pedal at the end of the bridge that tries to go back to the tonic, but then it goes to the minor, but then it doesn't really resolve. It kind of just goes back to the chorus. Fine, I'm a fan.
So Stellar is a girl group that debuted in 2011 with 6 members under a company called the Entertainment Pascal and disbanded recently in 2018. Some background information on Stellar is that they debuted with a cutesy and spunky concept, but their first few comebacks were completely unsuccessful. They could barely afford food, they had to walk to someone else's dance practice place because they couldn't afford transportation or their own practice building. Basically, they had to figure out a concept that would bring them more success. So they decided to have a provocatively sexy comeback in 2014, and the success of that would determine whether they continue or disband. That comeback created an immense buzz and gave them spotlight, but of course some backlash. The positive thing is that their negative bank balance became positive. They had 2 more comebacks after that 2014 release, however, they didn't really gain anything from it. So the group said that they accepted reality and told their company they would do whatever they needed to do in order to be successful. Which leads us to the video that we'll be reacting to called Vibrato, which was released in 2015. So I do feel it is important to talk about the fact that these women had to go basically sell their bodies to their audience in order to be successful. But since we are more of a music channel, I would like our main focus to be the song.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Vibrato! Okay, they have nice contacts.
I'll be totally honest, I really dig the slap bass.
What about those strings?
I like that little play between like the violins with the electronic. Like,
was that like a saxophone kind of? I don't know. It was like a cool synth noise.
it had like it's like called an answer with the strings earlier.
Yeah.
I like the fader where they're just like whoa, whoa.
Oh, we're in a triplets. Yeah. Whoa. Modal mixture.
I find that the chorus and the verses are pretty similar though.
Yeah.
There's like really nothing to look for apart from the video. No pun intended.
Whoa, okay, very interesting bass sound. Like the way that they have the key bass.
I like the camera angles in this one. It's like,
It's a cool concept.
yep, that better be jelly.
Oh, I really like this song though. Like this is up there with one of the funkiest K-pop songs I've heard. Oh my gosh!
See, I find myself looking off into the distance because it's like, it's great music. Like it's got a great beat, a lot of happening, a lot of different sounds going. You know, definitely on par with any group that we've heard.
Honestly, the triplets are the sexiest thing about this. From a purely musical standpoint.
I'm sorry. It's just sad that the dance to the chorus of the piece is literally just like but. That's terrible. And now boobs. For real? I know that they can dance. Like I know that. So like I'm so sad that that's happening.
Oh, I'm digging this bridge.
What? What is this?
Building.
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh my god.
It looks like a vagina.
Yeah, I definitely like the B major, B minor sort of play. There's like a major minor game going on.
Oh, major.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also changing tempo.
This like song was like really hype and it had like excitement and then it just like double timed it.
Yeah.
So that was like
Yeah, the drums are really like like intensity.
See, but like this is an interesting song.
It's a pretty good song. Why did they have to make it like so sexy?
They gotta do what they gotta do. They're like, I think they took what they were told they needed to do and they like went super far with it to kind of prove a point.
And now a person
Watermelon?
watermelon.
Is that supposed to be a symbol for something?
So
I think there was a lot of symbolism to women and cycles and periods.
Yep.
Yeah, the song's really awesome. There's so much happening. One thing that they did that was really cool is the first note of the chorus in the melody is minor 3-1, but the chord is major. So it's dun dun, but then there's like a major. That's like classic, you know, your bluesy major minor battle going on, but for some reason when they do it, it's so good. And then one thing that the last time the chorus comes from the bridge does is instead of singing the minor 3, minor 1, they actually sing the major 3. So that chorus sounds more cathartic because the chord finally lines up with the melody. I don't know how we got here, but.
I don't know. I thought the song was like fine. It wasn't really anything special. I can definitely understand how they would want, how that would fulfill like trying to please the public. Like, cause it just sounds like a pop song, you know what I mean? But it's got some like interesting things. There were some cool like rhythmic things that they did with the line, like the vocal line, I thought.
Overall, musically, it was pretty solid. I just thought it was a bit too plain, like it was too repetitive. There wasn't much contrast. There wasn't too much going on apart from the effects, which kind of became very identical.
I think my favorite part was the random, like you would expect it to be a minor tonic, but every now and then it would be major. It gives me this idea of just like cunning and like kind of like sexy, and so I thought that went well with the music video pretty well.
So do you guys feel like they needed this concept in order to?
Not as much as they used it. It was a tad bit much. Just for the song.
Yeah. It's interesting to me to show like the amount of like just how sexual it was and just how they were displayed. But then there was so much imagery to periods. So I was like, are we promoting like women feeling sexy at any point? Are we promoting like that? Or like what are we trying to make a commentary on? I don't know. It was very confusing.
I mean, I think that if they would have toned it down a little bit, it would have been like really fitting with the music. I just am wondering why, because we listened to groups that I think like their song was a lot more musically interesting, or at least more pleasant to listen to, and they didn't have to be provocative in their videos.
I think my response to like not justifying the move, but just kind of understanding the science behind it. You know, to gain the spotlight, they gained the spotlight as the sexy group. So that became the expectation from the fan base that put them into the spotlight. So whenever they did the stuff after that that wasn't as provocative and as pornographic, frankly, you know, that fan base that put you in the spotlight isn't necessarily going on board with that because that's not why they watched you. And sadly, they're not interested in the music, and that's the unfortunate part. And that's just kind of the sad reality. And then it came to the point where like, yeah, they're like, well, we gotta put food on the table somehow, you know. And if you want to be in that business, I guess that's just the move, the business move they had to make.
Yeah, it's not that I'm like upset with the group. I'm more upset with like
the people,
society.
Like, come on, you know. Yeah,
whatever.
It's sad, but that's it's pop culture, you know.
Okay, so next we'll be reacting to another Stellar song. This is their 2016 comeback, so a year later. It's called Sting, and like the title portrays, this song and music video is about how love can sting. However, fans have made theories that this music video is actually a reply to the comments and haters they have gotten about having to do extremely sexy concepts.
Oh, that's actually interesting.
3, 2, 1.
1, 2.
That was me.
That was really weird. She said 3, 2, 1, and then press go, and they said 1, 2, 3.
Dude, this is such a good vibe.
Immediately.
I like the intro. It's different. It's almost like
It's groovy.
Since it's like, I don't know, mixture of like marimbas or like steel pan or something like that.
Synth pop. Ooh, I hear some slap bass. Yeah, some slap bass.
Me on a Saturday. Minus the lingerie.
I already am liking this song more. It kind of has like a smoother feel to it.
I like kind of the symbolism of like the little arrows.
Yeah,
it's like
the cursor.
arrows.
It's a cursor,
like,
but then it's
online.
also like pointing at her. Oh, that would make sense then, that people would think it would be because of like the hate comments that they were getting, because it's like all the arrows are.
Yeah, they look like they're attacking.
Yeah.
Ooh,
What?
That worked pretty well.
this is a nice breakdown.
Yeah. No, I'm liking the contrast in this section for sure.
Yeah.
Bye!
The name of the song is Sting.
It's a ladybug. Ladybugs don't sting.
Oh shit! Wow, that's really cool. It's like They're overlaying half and like normal time
Yeah.
over each other. That's dope.
Oh, I dig that, like chord progression going
Yeah.
down.
It's so bouncy. I like the bouncy like instrumental. It's very robust.
Oh, you can hear the like underlying like
Yes.
it's like she's like rapping into a vocal or something.
Yes, that's what I was just about to say.
I think it's texturally less interesting and maybe vocally less interesting than the last song. But I dig the vibe.
Yeah. It's very sunny. Got some sunny guitars. Some whistles. I like it. There's a lot of intricacy in the instrumentals.
Yes, honey, walk it out.
Yes, slay!
Oh, there's some ninths and major sevenths. Oh, I love this bridge. Dee-da-da-da. Sort of like a weird sequence.
And I like how they've got the synth sounds still there, like the synthesized instruments, but it's like a lot more in the background.
I really like the vocal on.
Yeah.
Like it's cute.
The chromatic. Maybe that's good stuff. Oh, dominant pedal. Oh. Oh, huh. So there was like a dominant pedal at the end of the bridge that tries to go back to the tonic, but then it goes to the minor, but then it doesn't really resolve. It kind of just goes back to the chorus. Fine, I'm a fan.
Oh man, the symbolism of this is awesome because now they're like trying to get to the cursor things that are pointing at them and they can't get to them.
Ooh, do you hear that vocal?
Yeah.
Like the one on top.
It's interesting because I think that the fan theories that you've been getting are true.
Yeah, I definitely get that vibe.
Otherwise, why would they have a mouse? Okay, I have some things to say. I thought that this song was very interesting as well. I like it a lot, and I thought that it was a lot more effective because it wasn't as provocative. I mean, there were definitely still like more provocative things in this, but what I noticed in, I noticed it in the last video, but I'm sensing a theme here, is they have this way of depicting or trying to symbolize a certain thing by showing a lot of different versions of it. So like with the vagina, it was like watermelon and like a purse and like mouth and stuff like that. And here it was talking about sting. And so you had the cursors, you had the roses, you had like
The tax.
the
And
tags,
the bugs.
the bugs, you had just a bunch of different ways that you can get stung. And that's like a really effective visual tool that I think they've done a really good job taking advantage of. And I think that helps make their videos very effective.
Yeah.
Oh, and the other thing is in the second verse, there was like a bass driving the beat forward, as well as some drum in the background. But there were just parts where they just cut out and it was just them singing. And it was like refreshing for the listener because like second verse can usually get like repetitive, but that's a way that they kept it fresh.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool like syncopation as well. It just seemed to have like a lighter character. It's like felt like whipped cream.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what are your thoughts on this one?
I don't know, it's definitely more musically interesting.
Oh,
Like the
yeah,
descending
far
bass line
more
was
interesting.
nice.
Yeah, they had way
Um,
more interesting material. I
yeah.
guess more interesting sections, like the contrast.
Yeah,
between
I was
the
gonna say
work.
there was more contrast.
Yeah, so like it didn't get boring as much.
That
I
whole, like,
liked the rapper.
the rap.
Like the rap over the melodic line that you can like, whenever somebody raps and you can still hear like the main melody of the piece, I think it's really well done and interesting. Like it brings you in because it's a different color change, but there's still like the same bass.
Musically wise, I thought it was nice.
Yeah.
Because there was like the main motive is like A to E, which is a perfect fifth, and it's in contrast with like the verses where it's like dee dum, or there's a major third going down dee dum, and then dee da dee. So that was a minor third, and I thought it was a very cute way to do it because it's like this is going up, going down, going up, and it's very poppy.
Yeah, so comparing Sting and the last one, musically and concept-wise, what do you think of the two?
Again, just like really not necessary
Very not necessary.
imagery going on with the whole body thing.
So you think that their music can sell
Less-
just by itself?
Less gratuitous.
It-
Oh, the music could sell on its own.
completely. I kind of like the second one more, actually.
I dug the vibe of the second one a lot. The first one was very much more aggressive. I think I just liked the sounds they played with in the first one more, less so in the second one. I like the prominence of the bass in the first one more, personally. It's just me thing. They're both good.
I think musically they're very similar. Like they're both very upbeat, poppy, so they definitely have a sound, and I like it. I think it's very interesting, and they do things to keep you interested, which I think is good. Not in the video, but musically, like just the color changes that they have are really nice. But compared to the last one that we just watched, I was really interested in the fact that I thought that this one, since it was like a stick it to them type of thing, like you said, I thought that it was going to be more sexual, and I was like, oh God, what are we in for? Because I thought they really pushed it in the last one. But I thought this one was sexy in a very tasteful way. I don't think that they crossed the line at any point or even got close to it. Also, like, if you want to do a boudoir shoot, go you, yes, honey, because that is just body confidence to the max. Like, good for you for selling what you think is sexy and being sexy in your own way. I think that's freaking awesome.
This one felt a little bit more empowered.
I'm really into it.
Yeah.
I think they literally can just stand alone on their music, and they should be successful. I think they have enough talent.
Oh yeah.
Musically to be able to thrive. They shouldn't have to rely on anything else.
Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. If you're new, I'm the channel runner and producer of this series. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you're curious to see what else we're going to react to in the future, go ahead and check the description for a bunch of links that I have to playlists and schedules. Also, please check our Patreon if you want to support us. Patrons get access to unedited, full-length reaction videos, access to exclusive content, as well as early access to all the videos posted on here, and more. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day.